In this video, I'm going to be working on this Coleman Powermate generator that I found on the curb on trash night. The only thing I know about it is that it spins over, it has compression to my knowledge, the gas in it smells awful, and it leaks gas everywhere. But other than that, that's all I know. So, yeah, I'll be back after I put this somewhere else because this is really heavy. Hopefully this project doesn't end up like the generator in Breaking Bad, where it just blows up when he's trying to start it. Alright, it's up on the workbench. The first thing I'm going to do is check out all the things I can without getting any tools out. Like the air filter here. If I can figure out how to get it open. There is no air filter. It's good. Not really. Yeah. Alright. Here's the gas tank. The little fuel cylinder says it's empty. I don't know if I can see that. There you go. There's gas in there, or water. It sat out in the rain, I'm sure. Anyway, let's see how it smells. Yeah, it smells pretty bad. So yeah, I'll drain that first, I guess. Alright, so I have the fuel line all loosened up or something, I don't know. Let's see if I can get this off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's really bad. Oh. Well, seems like it's stopped coming out. Well, it's dribbling now at least. Here, let me rearrange this. Alright. I know there's more gas in there. Alright. I'll be back after this is all drained. I gotta work this gas out here. Alright, so I went ahead and got most of the gas out. I didn't get all of it. But, yeah. There's probably some condensation down there. If I could focus, it doesn't look that bad in the tank. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this is what the gas looked like. It's just kind of yellow, cold. But yeah, I got the spark plug wire off. I'm gonna check for spark now. I'm gonna try and get a socket down there and take that spark plug off, and then I'll check for spark, which I think I should have done it before draining all the gas, but whatever. Alright, I got the spark plug out. I'll check the condition of it. Doesn't look that bad. Maybe a little crud on there. I'll clean it up and throw it back in. But anyway. Yeah. Hopefully none of that stuff falls into his cylinder. Yeah, I'll put that plug back in and clean all that out. Alright, I got all the stuff cleaned out. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to clean this, so I'll be back when that's done and we'll check for spark. Alright, it's a bit cleaner now. Let's get that spark plug wire over here and plug it in and look for spark. Alright, so I couldn't get the spark plug up high enough to check for spark, so I'm just going to demonstrate on a different mower, but for now, this is how I'm going to check for spark. So I'm going to spray some carb cleaner into the carburetor, and then I'm just going to try and start it. we go, let's go in there. So there, first run ever in my possession. And I know I don't have sparks now, so yeah, that's good. Well, I guess time to clean the carburetor. And then this thing should just run, honestly. So I'll put it back on the workbench, and then I'll be back with taking the carb off. Some of the 14 subscribers I have on my channel might recognize this mower. It's already dirty again after I washed it, but I'm gonna use it to demonstrate how to check for spark. So what I've got going on here is the spark plug plugged into the wire, but it's not in the hole. I have it up against metal, and if I pull the rope, it should show a spark, which means that the engine has spark, which means it should ignite fuel. Alright, so if it sparks, it will be right there. For a split second in that video you could see a spark, but I couldn't really get it. I tried doing slow motion, I couldn't get it, so I know this thing has spark. I have footage somewhere of a mower having spark, so I might just throw that in just so you can see it, but back to the generator. Alright, time to take this carburetor off to clean it. These bolts are tight, but yeah, these two bolts are here. They go all the way through to the adapter thing. Never mind, I forgot I charge up my electric ratchet, so I can be lazy now. Or strip out that bolt. I figured out while I was stripping it out, I had it in tight mode. So yeah, that's just wonderful. I guess I'll just be extra careful putting that back on. Anyway, time to take this carburetor off all the way. So there's the breather hose. That doesn't want to come off, so I'm just going to leave it. And then there's some like throttle cable stuff going on here. So yeah, there's like a spring and a rod attached to the carburetor, and this carburetor already smells awful, and you can see the gunk on there. It's sticky, so yeah, it's just like straight varnish. This is gonna be cool. So I'll be back in the shed on the workbench that I can actually record better on to take this apart. Alright, so I'm in the shed. I got the carburetor in here. It seems like there's a jet right there I can clean out. I'm not sure though. Time to take this bowl off. I need to find the right socket real quick, or wrench. Alright, so I just figured out it's a 10 mil. You can see all the yellow gas, so I know this is going to be good. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. There's no way this thing's going to run the way it is right now. Let me figure out how to get this bowl off. Ugh, okay. This smells awful. So after some persuasion or beating, I've dented it, and I created a huge explosion of dirty gas. Oh, that's really bad. This will take a while to clean up. Wow. I don't know if this is the worst I've seen. It's up there though. I'm gonna clean up this mess real quick. Anyway. Yeah. Whatever that was sitting in there, I was in there for a while. So yeah, this stuff is really stuck in there. So I have a more in-depth video of going through carburetors and stuff on my channel. It's called How I Fix Lawnmowers. So if you wanting to learn how to take things apart and fix them, I guess I suggest watch that video, because this video is probably not going to be that great for that. But I'll be back after I somehow take this apart, if I can. Alright, I decided to stop being stupid and actually turn the flash on, but I finally got this off after actually punching it out with this and a hammer. I actually broke the area where that's cracked. I just kind of pushed it back in and I'm just going to forget about it, but I actually broke where the pin came in, because that's how stuck this thing was. I've never seen anything like this. I think this is like this is probably the worst carburetor I've ever had to clean. But we're just going to ignore that that's broken and just hope it works. Yeah, I got the float and needle off. There's this can come off this flathead screwdriver. There's something in there that can come off flathead screwdriver. I'm sure there's a emulsion tube in there too underneath that. There's the seat. But yeah, let me try and get this stuff out of here. Yeah, the screwdriver doesn't fit in there. Good. Okay, that came off with ease for once. Oh, I dropped it. See, it looks like there's supposed to be a hole in there. So that's all gummed up and plugged up. So that will be cleaned. Let me get a better screwdriver and I'll take this stuff out. Alright, got the better screwdriver. Oh, screwdriver's trying to run away. It doesn't want to come out. Oh, hey, it's just the emulsion tube. Yeah, that thing's all gummed up. Let me look at it closer. You know, it's actually not that bad, but it's still probably bad. It probably needs to be cleaned. Alright, well, time to clean everything up as best as I can. And I guess I'll try and take that off too before I cut to the next part. I actually have an ultrasonic cleaner, but I don't know what to use on it. Yeah, that's a thing needs cleaned too. I actually don't know what to use with it, so I don't use it. So I just use the old-fashioned carb cleaner and some Scotch-Brite or something. And then, yeah, and the torch cleaning kit. This thing. So yeah, I'll be back when this is all cleaned up to my best of my abilities. Alright, so I guess I got it clean, question mark? I don't know, we'll see. It's better. I mean, this is worlds better, but whatever. I guess time to reassemble. Yeah, I don't have any confidence of this working, but let's try it anyway. Let's clean this screwdriver off, actually. Ooh. Alright. Okay. And I think this was here. I didn't get all the green junk off of that. Hold on, let me try and get that green stuff off after I tighten this down. It might be easier to get off then. I couldn't get it. Oh well, whatever, it's fine. Anyway, let's get this back in. And then the needle and float. You realign these. Yeah. Back into the broken housing. You can probably see the crack there. Again, we're just gonna not I'm just gonna forget about that. You can kind of see it. The needle is in there moving around, so it is working somehow. Clean this pin up so hopefully it's a bit easier to get in. Well, this is gonna fight me, so I'll be back when I get this pin in. It's alright, that fought me pretty good, but I got it in there enough. I hope. I don't think this bull gasket's gonna be any good. So, that might be where the leak is, honestly, because I never figured that out yet. I'm trying to just reseat it back in there. Maybe it'll work. Just kind of using my nail here. Kind of pushing it back into the groove. Anyway, you got the little plug and its gasket. Put the gasket back on there. Here's the bowl. I'm gonna put the bowl back on. There's my 10 mil. And then there you go. And then there's this like drain here that I actually forgot to clean, so I'll do that real quick. And it goes into here. And it's like a Phillips slotted thing. So yeah, I'll be back when that's cleaned up, and I'll probably return at the other workbench where the generator's at. Alright, I'm back at the workbench. I'm guessing this gasket is good enough because I don't have any others. There's also one on that side, so it kind of, yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna start with getting these rods back into the hole. And then in typical fashion, I come back to it completely reassembled. This thing just ends up being a little finicky to have this hanging and then have this, that, and that, trying to line up everything, get these two bolts through, but it was easy. Just off camera it was. But yeah, everything works. Choke and everything. Yeah, you can't see it. Anyway, I guess let's hook fuel up to it somehow. Let's try and get it to run. Alright, so I probably cranked that down way too hard, but whatever, it's on. Let's check oil on it real quick, make sure it's at the correct level. I don't think I really did that yet. It's about halfway up the stick. I'm not really too sure where it's supposed to be. Probably halfway up the stick, honestly. It smells bad, but it's good enough for now. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do an oil change on this or not because of how bad everything was. But yeah, that looks to be drying up some. I accidentally left it open the whole time. But yeah, I'm going to move this to the ground. I'm going to try and fire it up after putting some gas in it. So cleaning that carburetor up used up all my carburetor cleaner. So I'm going to use this vintage starting fluid I found. This thing's cool. I like the design on it. But yeah, I'm going to use it to prime it. Put it far away. Yeah, let's try and get the run. It's on run. The fuel gauge seems to actually be working. Like half a tank in there. Alright, let's fire this thing up. Alright, so this thing does not want to start, so I might have to call this one a fail, but I'm still not going to give up on it yet. I'm going to try and take it apart again and clean it. If a new carburetor isn't expensive, I might get one, but I'm not sure. Because this thing seems to run pretty good. I'm kind of wary because I don't know if the electrics part of this works. So, yeah. I mean, at the very most, or at least, I can use this on motor on like a go-kart or some crap, I don't know. In case the electrics part doesn't work. Yeah, this actually seems to run pretty good, despite having the carburetor being junk. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to work well with how bad it was in there, but you never know. It doesn't work at all. So I'm gonna take this back apart, and I'm gonna look at it and see if I missed anything. Alright, so I got the carburetor apart again. I got everything all taken apart. I went to the store and grabbed some more stuff. And then I'm gonna try and re-clean everything and try and make sure I didn't miss anything again, like I said earlier. So, I guess I'll come back when everything is re-cleaned and put back together. Alright, so I figured out what was wrong with it. This jet, which goes onto the side of that thing, was completely clogged up. Like, I thought it was solid at first, but until I started picking at it with the needle and then using the carb cleaner to rinse it out, I eventually got it to go through. So yeah, this was very, very clogged up and it was not letting gas in. So I'm gonna clean this out, put everything back together and test it out, and hopefully it will work. Here, I got everything back together once again. I don't see anything leaking now, so I must have fixed that leak I saw earlier. Anyway, let's see if it runs. It's on, right? Okay, it's on now. So earlier, before everything, I changed the needle, like the pen that holds the needle and float in. His old one is all mangled up and crap. I guess I didn't like that one because it didn't run, because now that I put the old one back in, it runs great now. So yeah, I guess I can try and plug something into it here in a second and see if it produces power. Alright, I'm actually going to turn it on properly now with the run switch on run. What? Okay. I'm going to test out the electrics portion now. So let's fire her up. First pull, I'm guessing. Runs great. Got the angle grinder. Thing runs great. I'm happy with that. So I guess what's next is an oil change, and then it should be good for me to use around the house and stuff like that. I don't think I'm gonna sell this thing because I broke something in the carburetor really bad, and I don't really trust it yet, even though it runs really good. So I guess I'll be back with the oil after I go pick it up from the store. Should have got that when I got the carburetor cleaner. Oh well. Alright, time to do this oil change. Hopefully without spilling a drop. Oh, great, I gotta find somewhere to put this. There you go. Get around this side. Oh, it's on the concrete. That'll be fun to clean up later. Alright, I'm gonna clean up this mess real quick, I'll be back. So the oil is black. It smells pretty gassy and garbage. I'm gonna do the rest of this oil change on grass so I don't ruin my concrete anymore, but yeah. I'll be back with everything cleaned up and putting oil in the thing and maybe cleaning it up. And yeah, I'll be at the end of the video. Alright, so I did the oil change. I also was never able to find the air filter at the store when I got the oil, so I'm just gonna get some like foam element or something from like Amazon or something. So yeah, I'll do that later, but yeah. Everything still works, everything runs. I'm going to clean it up with some wipes and stuff, and then yeah, I think that'll be the end of the video. So let me clean this up, and then yeah, I don't think it's gonna be too drastic of a change after I clean it because it's all rusty and stuff, but at least I'll get some of the dust and dirt off of it. But yeah, I'll be back when I get this all cleaned up. Here, I finished cleaning it. It looks a little bit better, I guess. I don't know. There's a little bit of dust still right there. But yeah, it's a nice little generator. It works. I'll probably be using it around my, like, where I work on stuff, like to power my angle grinders and stuff. Instead of having to run an extension cord all the way out to where I work. So yeah. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching.